Hi there! I am so excited to have you here with me today and going over how exactly I set up my dailies on my mini happy planner. Now, the exact way of how I get from this to this is what I'm going to break up next. Obviously, yes, we're going to be cutting to size, but the method that I really want to share with you is from me doing this so many times. I want to show you the tips that I've learned from how to most effectively take this page into your mini happy planner. This is my 5x8 day designer, and this one in particular is from 2022. I still have a couple of pages left in here. I'll be sure to leave links and any additional information in the description box. And when it comes to these planners, I do want to let you know that they are very reasonably priced. Of course, the page quality is different that you would get in a flagship edition, but the layout is very similar to what you would expect for a day designer. So I actually have all of the month of December here. I didn't use it up for 2022, so I'll go ahead and use it now. I even have the monthly, so that's pretty neat. I'll just have to switch up the dates. Pretty basic, this first part. I recommend for you to rip the pages out first before even cutting to size or tracing to size. So let's go ahead and do that now in hyperspeed. I don't know if I've cut out any of the notes pages before, but they give you, if I haven't, and even if I did, this is still a good amount of notes pages that are found in the back of the planner. So a nice little extra bonus there. Okay, so now that you have your daily pages, the best way I recommend cutting this is to just follow along these little squares. Have your paper trash can ready because this is about to get a little messy. If you notice on this side, I'm stacking them with the same ripped edge, all of them facing the same way. So ripped edge on this side, ripped edge on this side. The first 3 sheets, I cut them individually because when I ripped them individually and they weren't nicely stacked. And if they're not nicely stacked amongst each other and you cut them all together, you may cut some of them wrong. So I'm just trying to make this as neat as possible. These are rather thin, so cutting them isn't too hard, even when you're doing multiples. So you save about half the price that you would with printed dated inserts, but you do have to put in a little bit of time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I typically like to do this on a month-to-month basis. So instead of sitting down and doing the whole planner at a time, I would do each month as it came, or any day that I had extra time, I would do additional months in between. But I wouldn't sit down and do the whole thing in one day. That was just too much for me. I'm gonna put this mini happy planner page on top, and it's just like a little edge that sticks out. If you do want it to be perfect, you can cut it out. If not, you can just trace the top and leave that there. You see how it's just a little bit on this side? Just a little part. And when you are tracing, you want to lean this into the section that's jagged. So here's my paper. And I'm cornering the page closest to that jagged edge and to the bottom of the paper. And on this tack over here, I'm keeping it the same with my jagged edge. So next one, this is my jagged edge. Here's my paper. Keeping it to the bottom of that jagged edge. And here we go. Excellent. All of my pages have been traced out, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and cut. So we have our mini pages. Aren't these so darn cute? Look at that. Look at that. So I have a Happy Planner hole punch. This is a hole punch I have for doing these punches. And here is my tip when it comes to hole punching these. In this case, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it on the Happy Planner hole punch. So on this one, this bottom line right here, it has worked out for me. If you see in these punches, it's like a square. It's like a little square, and you can see the rest. Square, square, square. So what I'm going to do is that the tip of this square, this line, I'm going to align it with this line. Oh, right there. So you see the line of the hole punch is exactly on the line of the bottom of the page. Oh, and before I forget, you're gonna hole punch against that jagged line. And quick test. There you go, you guys. Let's keep on going. Voila. Let's see how off these dates are. Okay, December 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, by the way, guys, the weekends look like this. So instead of having your to-do, you share both on one page and you have a schedule. And the bottom section also changes to next week. And don't forget. But the sweetest part, I think, is that this top part says, take a time out, fun things to do. So even if you don't have this planner, that's your little reminder to take some time out and schedule some fun things to do. I was only one page off, so that's really good. Now for the grand finale. Like you can see, I really don't care about the date so much. This is the one I was using in November. It says February, but I think it's really neat that this time I actually get to, if I want to, go by the exact day. So much fun, I'm so excited. So this is why we cut our jagged edges the way we did. Look at how much of the print is captured. Not a lot. For the most part, your writing space, you still get most of it. And let me go ahead and show you what your monthly would look like. So same in the monthly, it does kind of eat up, but you still have enough space to write. Not to mention that again, it's a disc system, so you can take out the pages. You can still, for the most part, see the times of the days. I also like that there's enough space on the top and on the bottom, which makes it look more like if this was an intentional insert. The only thing that does kind of like call out that it was cropped is this middle section here. But if you can live with that, I think this could be a good affordable option for you. It's a great layout for a day-to-day basis. But, and I hate to burst your bubble, but there's something I do need to warn you about. Over the years, I have noticed that the color scheme and also the design has tweaked just a little bit in between the planners. Now, the layout stays the same. So you always get your top priorities, your schedule, your to-do, your quote, your tonight, and your gratitude, as well as the goal setting that comes in front of the planner and those additional monthly pages and notes pages. That stays the same. But the color on the layout may be a little different. So in the past, I have seen them come out with this bright coral pink. And then I have also seen this other very neutral edition. But something noticeable that's different from this one and the other two is that this one is not boxed in from the exterior. So the lines go ahead and continue all the way into the spiral bound and to the exterior of the page. It is not boxed in like in the edition that I just showed you. Now this style is very nice because it is neutral. In my opinion, I do prefer the boxed in edition because it looks a lot cleaner and it makes the pages look like they were meant for the mini happy planner. As with for the other one, it looks more chopped up without that additional boxed in layer. But it's all up to you guys whether you can live with that or not. That's just something I did want to share because I have seen it pop up throughout the years. Some color schemes even be repeated. So it's something that you want to make sure you open the planner and look within the pages to see what edition or style it is. So you can expect the same layout, but just the different color schemes. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I hope this was informative for you and that you also enjoyed maybe crafting or planning while you were watching this. And I can't wait to see you here for the next one.